baseball fans. Welcome to the 2021 TBS Elite 25 Postseason Rankings powered by Baseball Youth. I'm Tabor Klingelsmith from Baseball Youth, joined by TBS President Rick Goff. We're pumped up to unveil our annual look at the best squads from around the nation and celebrate their incredible accomplishments from this past summer.
Thanks, Tabor. I'm excited to be back in the studio for our 17th straight year as we dive into our exclusive postseason rankings. It's also important to note that the 2022 TBS Nationals will be held at the Elizabethtown Sports Complex near Louisville, Kentucky, June 14th through the 19th. For years, the TBS Nationals has featured elite-level play in the 8U through 13U age divisions, and there's already 60 teams registered for next summer's event.
Rick mentioned the high level of play annually at the TBS Nationals, which is a perfect segue to review how this year's postseason rankings were determined. Rick, why don't you walk us through the framework of those rankings?
The TBS staff has reviewed performances in high-profile national tournaments, overall records against D1 major opponents, head-to-head results, along with layering in the all-important eye test, as well as perspectives and opinions of elite-level coaches from across the country to rank the top 25 clubs in the 9U, 10U, 11U, 12U, and 13U age divisions. We took these factors into account to arrive at our postseason top 25.
Again, this year we're also noting teams that finished on the bubble, and that's where we're going to start.
All right, here we go. The 10 teams from the 9U age division who ended up on the bubble in alphabetical order were the Birmingham Stars, Colorado Jets, Complete Game, East Cobb Astros, Georgia Jackets, Quad City Knights, Seams, Texas Canes, Traction Cane Black, and the Vegas Raptors.
For all those bubble squads, again, we'll be keeping a very close eye on you guys throughout the 2022 season to see if you can break in to next year's top 25. Okay, let's get right into our TBS Elite 25 postseason rankings, powered by Baseball Youth for the 9U age division. Leading us off at number 25 is the Motor City Hit Dogs from Rochester Hills, Michigan. At 24 is Tampa Phenom from sunny Tampa, Florida. Finishing the year at 23 from Pooler, Georgia is Line Drive Black. Your number 22 team is Clutch from St. Louis. And at 21 from Springfield, Illinois is the Springfield Cardinals.
The Springfield Cardinals had a solid season, going 45-12 overall, that included winning the Missouri Gators invite-only event. And on to number 20. From here in Louisville are the Vipers. At 19 is the Kennesaw Generals from down in Kennesaw, Georgia. Number 18 is Styx Holland from Texarkana, Arkansas. On to 17 with Mission Baseball from Matthews, North Carolina. And your 16th ranked squad in the 9U is the Texas Elite Bombers squad from Fort Worth, Texas.
The Bombers played deep into Sunday in most of their events, piling up an impressive 83-31-2 record that included winning 3 events playing up in that 10U division. On to number 15 with the Scottsdale Dirtbags from Arizona. Number 14 is the ZT Prospects from Fullerton, California. At 13 from Corpus Christi, Texas is the Texas Nitro. 12th in our postseason rankings is the City Pirates from San Francisco, California. And at 11 is the Okies, one of the more unique names in all of our rankings, from Choctaw, Oklahoma.
The number 13 Nitro amassed an incredible 91 wins during the season that included 8 tournament championships. We've made it to our top 10, and before we reveal the 10 best 9U teams in our postseason rankings, we'd like to introduce you to another athletic sports group event, the Youth World Series, coming up in the summer of 2022 in Ocean City, Maryland, Round Rock, Texas, Elizabethtown, Kentucky, Reno Tahoe, Nevada, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and Daytona Beach, Florida.
Congrats again to the 10 on the bubble squads, as well as 25 through 11 in our 9U postseason rankings. Let's proceed to our top 10.
At number 10 from Almonte Springs, Florida, it's the Scorpions. Number 9 from Edmond, Oklahoma, it's the Oklahoma Fuel. On to number 8 with EBC Casey from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Your 7th ranked team hails from Cutler Bay, Florida, it's Line Drive Elite. And number 6, it's the Sharks from Miami Springs, Florida.
The 8th ranked EBC Baseball finished with an outstanding 58-13 overall record and was the USSSA 9U Major Team of the Year in Mississippi. They were also 6-3, playing up against 10U teams. Leading off our top 5 is the TBT Ballers Nationals from Boca Raton, Florida.
The Ballers were 43-10 on the year. That included a 3rd place finish at the USSSA Easton Elites down in Florida. At number 4 from La Mirada, California is MVP Barbarena. Another team who tallied over 90 wins by going 90-23 overall. Played up in the 10U division most of the year, but they also won the 9U International World Series.
And now into our top 3 with SBA Futures out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
The Futures were your USSSA Easton Elite World Series champs with big wins over TBS number 6 Sharks and TBS number 5 TBT Ballers on the way to the title. On to our number 2 ranked team, it's Southern Finest from Shreveport, Louisiana. Southern Finest were your 9U TBS national champions. The difference between being number 2 and number 1 was extremely close, but ultimately it came down to head-to-head record against our number 1 team, and Southern Finest had a 3-5 record against the team that we are ready to announce as our number 1 team here in just a second.
We've unveiled 10 bubble teams plus number 25 through number 2 in our TBS Elite 25 postseason rankings powered by Baseball Youth. So all we have left is your number 1 squad. And your top-ranked 9U team hails from Cantonment, Florida. It's the WFBA Hammerheads.
The Hammerheads had a dream season that saw them go 48-8, 44-6 against 9U teams. They competed in events from Texas to Kentucky to Florida and did very, very well. As mentioned earlier, they were 5-3 against our number 2 team, Southern Finest. The debate on these two teams over who was number 1 was probably the biggest discussion we had in any group. The final decision came down to the head-to-head record where the Hammerheads prevailed. We talked with head coach Phil Hyatt about the magical run they had.
Doing coach pitch. I say, hey, do you guys play football? And they say, yeah, we play football, in the fall and stuff. I said, well, if there's any year, okay, that you could take off for baseball, it would be that year between your 8 and 9 year old in that fall season, because there's so much stuff that you have to learn, going from coach pitch to kid pitch. And I said, please, if you can take off 1 year for me, I don't care if you're 10 or 11, 12 and you play football in the fall, that's fine. But if you could take off where we can get in the fall and learn leads and breaks and pickoff moves and all that stuff, that is the main year. It kind of really depends on honestly, Rick, it really kind of depends on your 7, 8, 9 guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of major teams are determined by your 7, 8, 9 player.
I say it every day.
Whether he can contribute and help the team. Each kid is different. I got kids that'll shut down if I get on them. You know what I'm saying? So each kid is different. You got to coach each kid different. I think that's the main thing. And knowing the kids, I think, through the year, and I know what I can say to them that'll motivate them. Well, the parents are very, very excited. And, we had a little team party the other day for our kids, just for, for that, just for the season that we had. It was just a very special season for the kids. And we just had a little team party and got the kids together. And, we just want to try to keep those kids together if we can, and that, I know it's very hard, as very hard keeping kids together, but the kids are I think the kids are, the parents are probably, they know how special it is more than the kids. I think they're just playing baseball. They're just having fun.
Great job to all 25 teams who are part of the 9U postseason rankings, and especially the WFBA Hammerheads.
Congratulations to our 9U standout squads. All the teams who appeared in the 9U postseason rankings will receive an automatic invite to next summer's TBS Nationals at Elizabethtown Sports Complex right outside Louisville, Kentucky, June 14th through the 19th. If you think your team has what it takes to play against this elite group at the TBS Nationals, head to tbsnationals.com and fill out the request form for an invite. Good luck continuing to improve during the offseason, and we can't wait to see you back in action in 2022.